Good afternoon and welcome to the AIG Ireland O'Connor Cup Finals week. And I say a week, well, it's 3 days, but what a 3 days we are going to have. A festival of football here, and it's all been live streamed. Certainly the finals are, and the O'Connor Cup semi-finals tomorrow. So you're in for a real treat. There's not a big crowd here at Queen's at midday on a Thursday, as you might expect, but I'm hoping we have a lot of people online watching this service, and I hope you're pleased to be availing of that service. It is Ulster University in the blue, as you saw there at the start in their huddle. So they haven't travelled too far. Well, actually it's Ulster University Coleraine, so they have travelled a bit, and they've players from the likes of Waterford in their team. So they are in against DCU in their familiar yellow jerseys. So it is the AIG Ireland HEC Cup Final. This competition has only been played for since 2022, and in that year GMIT Mayo beat Ulster University. The following year DCU beat Ulster University, and the following year, last year, DCU beat Mary I. So DCU with 2 in a row, looking for 3 in a row. On the live chat there on YouTube, feel free to leave a message. Tell me where you are, where you're watching the game from. We are filming into the sun, I'm afraid. I don't mean to complain about that really, because it's lovely heat here, but the sun is on the far side, makes it a little bit tricky for our camera work, but I'm sure we'll manage, and you'll get the idea from this first game. I'll go through the teams as we start the match. The referee is Sinead McHugh, so she will get us underway with the AIG Ireland 2025 O'Connor Cup weekend. And there it is, the ball is in, and that's Ulster University with their number 9 Aidan trainer from Killeavy in County Armagh, and her midfield partner and captain Shauna Higgins on the ball now. She's from St Eunan's in Letterkenny, and you have already, I'm sure, got the idea that there are players from all over the country playing in this game today, and some of the best, well, lots of the best young talent in the country. These girls will go on in years to come, I'm sure, to be fantastic players in their careers. If you remember 2012 it was here, UCC won at Queen's. The last actually O'Connor Cup finals at Queen's were in 2014, but in 2012 UCC surprised everyone and they won that day. And who was on their team? A young Louise Murahurta, the O'Sullivans, of course, from Cork, and from the famous club that went on and won quite a few All-Irelands as well. So there are players like that, I'm sure, out there now starting out their careers, and they will be here to impress. And it's DCU impressing now with this move forward, and this is Orla Byrne. She is from Wexford, and she is 2 bounces, I think the referee is indicating. So a free out for Ulster University. And you see there the sun, as I say, is very strong in the faces, particularly of the Ulster University players as they try to clear. That's a good long kick, searching kick, but it's well read at the back for DCU. Their number 7 is Rebecca Lovely, and she slips the ball to her centre half back. That's Tara McInerney. She's from Drumlane and Cavan. This is Orla Byrne again, and she angles that ball down into the corner, but it's not a very accurate one. So a bit of a scrappy start to the game so far. 26 grasping the ball there is Niamh Walsh, by the way. She's the only change for DCU in the starting lineup. That's her with the ball. She's from Oran in Roscommon. She replaced Nina Wallace, who was down at number 15, but that's the only change for DCU. The only change for Ulster University Coleraine, their goalkeeper Mia Kelly is in goal. She's from the Naomh Padraig club in Donegal near the border with Derry. So it's DCU trying to get an attack going here, trying to get a bit of fluidity into their play. Claire Gaffney is their vice captain, number 8. This is Byrne again, who's been busy, from Clonee, as I say, way down in Wexford. This is Laura Connolly from Castleblaney and Monaghan, and that's easily taken at the back. I think that was Keelan Deely, the number 4. She's from St Knowles and Donegal. 5 now is Dara Healy. She's from Douglas and Cork, and again I emphasise, from one end of the country right down to the other. Now can Ulster University get a score in their first real attack of the game? Nicole Donaghy from Edendork in Tyrone, striding forward purposely. That's an interesting ball. It nearly got there, but the goalkeeper has read it well. That's Ciana Flynn, Dublin girl from St Maur's. That's a really good kick out if that can be picked up, and it is well picked up indeed by Laura Grimes from Carrick Macross in County Monaghan, being pursued by Keneally, but getting away. Good pace from her, and she's still going. Will she get the first score of the game? Looking for a little bit of help and slips it in. And the first score of the O'Connor Cup in 2025 is a goal, and it's from Niamh Walsh, a Rosie from Oran in Roscommon. Nice finish. It was put on a plate for her, but she still had to finish it, and finished it very well. First goal here at Queen's. So a goal to no score. I was expecting a point, but you never know in these games. Clodagh O'Connor now from Letterkenny Gales. She'd have been in and around the Donegal underage setup the last couple of years. I think they won an All-Ireland at level, so she's now coming through. This is where we see a lot of the girls who did well at minor and under 16 now coming through at college. That's the next stage of their development. So I'm checking all the time on the live chat on YouTube. Feel free to leave a message. Yeah, there's a good crowd already watching. People maybe off for the day or watching at lunchtime or maybe watching on their phones when they're working. This is the number 8 midfielder and captain Shauna Higgins, and here comes Donaghy again. She looks dangerous, doesn't she? She's playing sort of around centre half forward, but wearing 14, slipping it through to Dara Healy, trying to burst through but didn't quite work, and DCU will come again with Gaffney. That's a good ball into Tara McInerney. That was Westmeath to Cavan, and the challenge coming in from Sarah Dugan. It's just holding them up, but McInerney involved again and again. And she's going to have support here from Aoibhinn O'Connor. That's her captain, by the way, the number 3 from Castleknock. Rebecca Lovely coming down the right-hand side, but not required just yet because it's played down into the corner towards the goal scorer. And Walsh will slip it back to Lovely. She's from Kappa and Kildare. They're getting close here, looking for another goal. They're not, and they're not going to get it because Sinead O'Neill stepped in. Sinead O'Neill, the fullback for Ulster University Coleraine, and she is from Shane O'Neill's. So O'Neill is from O'Neill's, the same club as Amy and Blahin Mackin. This is, I thought it was going to be trainer. It's not. They go the other direction. Keneally is a Down girl from Bryansford in County Down, which is the town of Newcastle, if you know that, along by the sea where the mountains of Mourne sweep down to the sea. Nicole Donaghy out around the middle and just holding the play up and waiting, and then she'll try and drop the shoulder, but Ava Hayes is not falling for that one, so they have to play it long, and every time they play it long it seems to have been won by the DCU defenders. Niamh English is a number 10 there. Support coming from McInerney. Again, she obviously loves driving forward and is doing so very effectively. Laura Connolly now from Blaney. Support coming now from Amy Clark, another Monaghan girl from Maracloon in Monaghan, same club as the Kindlins and a few other famous players. This is Ava Hayes again from Lurgan and Cavan. 13 is Sarah Boyd from Shannon Gales and Roscommon. I was going to give you the teams, but I pretty much have given you all the teams as we've gone on, but I will try and recap when we get a breather. But this game is all action. There's lots happening. No breaks so far. A free there for DCU, so this should be the first point. So again, feel free, leave a message on the YouTube. Let me know where you're watching from or what you think of the game so far. I'd be happy to hear from you. So this is Sarah Boyd from Shannon Gales in Roscommon. So the first score was a goal from a Roscommon girl, and the first point is also from a Roscommon girl. Sarah Boyd following Niamh Walsh. It's 1-1 to no score for DCU. Now the goalkeeper coming out with this is not the girl who was listed in the programme. It's Mia Kelly from Naomh Podrick for Ulster University Coleraine. Lots of press from DCU, and the keeper isn't quite sure where to go with it. There's no options close that she can go to safely, so she pings it long looking for Donaghy. Bit of a push on the back there, I think, but DCU do get possession from it. Their centre half forward is Laura Grimes. They're looking for their second point of the game. She's going right along the end, but is going to come back. That's Clodagh O'Connor. Forced to go back, and that's an interception possibly. Good hard work by Grace Hanratty, the number 10 for Coleraine. She is from Castleblaney. Maybe I'll just attempt to give you the teams as we follow the play. So for Ulster University Coleraine, it's Mia Kelly in goals. 2 is Roisin McHugh. She's from St Farnan's in Sligo. We were down near there on Sunday, passed by the pitch in West Sligo. 3 is Sinead O'Neill. 4, Caelan Deely. 5 is Dara Healy. 6, Niamh Bonner from Termon in Donegal. 7, Eve Keneally from Bryansford. Midfield for Coleraine is Shauna Higgins at 8 from St Eunan's in Letterkenny, and 9 is Aideen Trainer from Killeavy. In the forwards, Grace Hanratty is 10. 11 is Caoimhe Doherty from Urris in Ishowen in Donegal. 12 is Sarah Dugan from Trua in Monaghan. 13 is Leah Moran from Monavey in Galway, would you believe? And this is Doherty now, the number 11. Gets it to Hanratty. They're just forced to go into the corner. Number 27 with a kick, and that's going to go to the left and wide. 27 And that is Ellen Kerwin. She's a Waterford girl. Now, excuse me if I pronounce it wrong. She did pronounce it, her club, differently to me. I know them as Kilrasandy Brickies, and her pronunciation was different, so apologies for that, but I think you know what I mean. It's a club in Waterford. So Ellen Kerwin starting the game. 14 is Nicole Donaghy, and 15 Aoife McCarran from Carndonna in Donegal. That is the Ulster University Coleraine team, but I now have figured out there's a number 27 out there. So one of those girls I've named isn't starting. I haven't worked out exactly who it is, sorry. 2 is Roisin McHugh on the ball now. That's the Sligo girl I was telling you about. So Ulster University would love a little score here just to settle themselves down the trail by 1-1 to no score. Donaghy available as always, and there's a good run on this side from Sarah Dugan, and they get it over to her, but DCU have been very organised at the back, and they've dealt with everything that has come their way. Trainer now, the Armagh girl, lays it back, but DCU have their structure set up there. It's going to be hard to penetrate. Keneally. Donaghy again. She tries to put a nice ball down to the corner and succeeds for Leah Moran, the Galway girl. Gets it back to Higgins, her captain. From Galway to Letterkenny, and that's a tricky one. DCU deal with it again. Players in and around the house on the break. Their number 5 now is Hayes. Good battling for the ball by the centre half-back Niamh Bonner from Termon, famous club in Donegal, same club as the likes of Geraldine McLaughlin. So she's in there at centre half-back, and there's Donegal girls on both sides. This is Trainer. Gives it to Donaghy again, and she's trying to pull the strings. But easier said than done against this well-organised DCU team. Nicely drilled in front of the forward. Hard one for the defender to get. Kerwin feeds it inside, and it's Donaghy through. Will they get the first score? And she gets in the very congested area there, and it is a goal. Actually, it's gone into the net. I didn't realise that had gone in, but the green flag is raised, so very close quarters. She somehow managed to squeeze it into the net, and that is Colerane's first score of the game. So 2 goals and only 1 point so far. Hanratty takes that one well, so that might give them a little bit of confidence. They found a way through. And that's going to be a free out. Referee right on the spot there, Sinead McHugh, and indeed she's going to tick for that one. DCU team, I'll try and give you that now quickly. In goals, Ciana Flynn from St Maur's in Dublin. 2, Amy Clark, Mara Clune. 3, Aoibhinn O'Connor, their captain from Castleknock. 4, Jane Heffernan from Clanwurra in Dublin. I think that's Carla Rose Club, is it? Now, the referee looks like she might be giving a yellow card here. She shows the yellow card indeed, and the elbow was up. So Ulster University Coleraine go down to 14 players, and it's Dara Healy from all the way down in Douglas and Cork up here in Belfast with Coleraine, and she's gone to the sideline for 10 minutes. 5 for DCU is Eva Hayes from Lurgan and Cavan. Eva Hayes, sorry, maybe that's the right pronunciation. 6 is Tara McInerney from Drumlane in Cavan. 7 is Rebecca Lovely from Kappa in Kildare. Midfield is 8, Claire Gaffney, Milltown Pass in Westmeath. 9, Laura Connolly from Castleblaney. 10 is Niamh English from Adamstown and Wexford. 11, Laura Grimes from Carrickmacross. And 12 is Orla Byrne, another Wexford girl from Clonee. 13, Sarah Boyd from Shannon Gales in Roscommon. 14, Clodagh O'Connor, Letterkenny Gales. And DCU's corner forward, number 26, Niamh Walsh from Oran in Roscommon, who got the goal. And they lead by just a point. Lovely sunshine here in Belfast, bringing lovely heat to see Michelle Hackett to my left here with the sunnies on. Got the sunglasses on because we are facing into the sun on this side. This is Kiva Doherty, one of the many Donegal girls out there. This is a Tyrone girl, Donaghy, and she's been very impressive so far, and she underlines that with a super point. 1-1 to 1-1, and she has shown that potential through the game so far, and there it is now. Super point by the girl from Edendork near Dungannon in East Tyrone. That's taken nicely by Keneally from Bryansford. That's a brilliant ball over the top, actually, and it's gone to the right girl. It's gone to Donaghy, and she might get another score, and indeed she has. 2 in a row from Nicole Donaghy. The Tyrone girl puts her team into the lead. Ulster University Coleraine lead 1-2 to 1-1, and that's 1-2, 3 scores in succession from them. A really good response to the early goal. There's nobody messaging me on live chat. I feel very alone here. Come on, give me a message. Tell me where you're watching the game from. I know there's a big audience out there for the game. You can see there's plenty of devices watching the game. You're maybe watching in the colleges. I'm sure there's family members watching around the country as well, and the various counties that are represented here. Now the goalkeeper, Ciana Flynn, she had a bit of a problem there with the Ulster University Coleraine press. So she ended up having to just put it up the middle, and Ulster University took it. But now DCU have got it back, and it was Eva Hayes. The Lurgan club in Cavan has had great success in recent years at underage level. They won an Ulster minor club, got into an Ulster minor club final, and they got into an Ulster senior club final just recently as well. Lots of great players coming through, as they are all over Cavan. It's good to see them coming through at college level. Walsh. She is fouled, and indeed is given her free after the referee tried to see if any advantage accrued. So just checking on my device if you're all enjoying the game so far, and that seems to be the case. But as I say, feel free to leave a message on the live chat, or alternatively you can leave a message on my Instagram if that's easier for you, as that one floats nicely over the bar, and we are level 1-2 to 1-2. So a decent game here in the AIG Ireland HEC Cup Final. So yes, you can get me on Instagram at Jerome Quinn 1. That is my handle there, so feel free to leave a little message there if you want to say anything, or tell me where you're watching from, or what your connection is with the game, or on the live chat. There's a message. Thank you. Got one. Thank you, Eamon. He says he's here with Shay Conway and Dara Young and Coleraine cheering on our ladies. Thank you for that. What about DCU? Anybody watching at DCU? Isn't it great? Thursday afternoon in the middle of March, in the sunshine here at midday. They're starting at midday in Belfast to be watching a super game of football, and these girls giving everything. We'll have the O'Connor Cup Final at the end of the 3 days, but this game just as important, the effort just as good. This is Byrne for DCU. The good news is I'm looking at trying to take off one of my layers because it's got so warm here. It really is nice. It might be over carrying. No, referee's right on the spot. She's putting her hand up to shield from the sun, as are some of the players, I'm sure. This is Walsh. That's at close quarters, and she's scrapping with 3 Ulster University players. In the end, does well actually, and she actually gets her free, which will be taken by Boyd. She put one over a minute ago. Well, she's put 2 frees over. So DCU have only scored the 1 time from play. It was a really good goal. Grimes set it up for Walsh, and this girl Boyd has scored 2 from frees. Will we make that 3? Is it going to do? No. So we remain level, halfway more or less through the first half. Mia Kelly with the kick out coming up. It's nowhere to go short, so she goes long, and as usual looks for the 11 or 14, but doesn't get. And DCU's point scorer from frees lays it inside. Would she get a return? No, it's got a little bit tied up in there. Oh, and she's actually got it back very cleverly. She scooped it, stole it away there, and gives it back to Laura Connolly, to Walsh, and they're just going to try and keep possession here, DCU. Lots of players over, and the blue jerseys have all congregated around the middle to try and prevent DCU from getting into that scoring zone for points or goals. But here is McInerney trying to get through, and she does really well and might get a score as well, and that's brilliant from the centre half back from Drumlane in Cavan to put DCU back in the lead, and that's 2 in a row from them. So 1-3 to 1-2 for 67 teams have competed this year in the HEC competitions, by the way. More than 2,200 players. Really is fantastic to see. And this is the final 3 days, the culmination of the season and the games that have gone on in the leagues and championships. And this is the business end. And this is Byrne trying to find a way through. She's trying to get on her right foot and she's pulling her way through, but it's over carrying. Referee wasn't going to let her away with that. She tried very well, but had a lot of challenges in there and needed to do something with the ball and didn't. Well taken by Higgins. Grimes tries to get it back, but she slips it to Hanratty. That's a Monaghan connection. A few Monaghan girls on both sides. Now a little bit of room has opened up. And that's a good hand pass, or is it? Just about getting to Doherty. And it breaks down again. Ulster University had a spell there for about 5 minutes, but now it's all DCU. Hanratty again, though, for Coleraine. Now, if you don't know your geography, I'm sure some people aren't quite sure. Coleraine is in County Derry, up in the north coast. Ulster University have different strands, shall we say, the likes of Magee and Derry City, but Coleraine is Derry County, way over in the north coast near Port Rush and Port Stewart. And then they have some buildings out at Jordanstown, where they were famously situated for many years, but now they're in the city centre, Ulster University as well. That's a good effort from Traynor. Is it gone over though? No, it's gone to the right and just gone wide. But better from Coleraine. Ciana Flynn has the bib on because her blue would clash with Coleraine. That's a great kick. Well, it was a good long kick, but it dropped into the arms of a Coleraine player. Higgins, the captain, running the show and giving it to Doherty. That's a dangerous looking one if they get on the end of that. But the referee has brought it back. She had given advantage. It will be a free in for Ulster University, who are managed, by the way, by Mark Hazlitt, or Hazlitt. DCU's management includes Caitlin O'Reilly, Isabel English, Fola Dwyer, Molly Nevin and Isabel Glynn. Another bit of information for you. This is the 36th year of the O'Connor Cup Finals being played. And it seems to get bigger and bigger every single year. And a nice point there to... Is that levelled? It has. 1-3 to 1-3. Ulster University Coleraine could go ahead here because a nice ball slipped in by the number 27 Kerwin. It's gone over to the right. Is that going to be on target? Well, the referee has spotted an infringement. I think she's indicating a pull in the jersey, and this will be a free in a much better position, even though that kick didn't reach. You'd imagine Nicole Donaghy won't have a problem putting this over to put Coleraine 4-3 ahead. Hope I haven't scudded her, but no problem. Straight over the black spot. 4 points now for Ulster University. They lead by 1. On the live chat, thanks for Holly Tyrrell giving me a message. Go on, Shauna Higgins from Sinead McIntyre, Maynooth University ladies team. So support from Maynooth there for the captain of Ulster University, Coleraine. There's a dangerous ball played in, and they've got Leah Moran on the ball. She's the Galway girl in there. And this is Donaghy again. Has she scored from a bad angle? No, she hasn't quite managed it. Another message from Margaret Highland, watching in Westport, Mayo. Come on, DCU. Thanks for those messages. I do appreciate it. Good to know you're all tuned in and enjoying the coverage with support for both teams. That's nicely won by the number 7, Eve Keneally. From Bryansford and County Down to Tyrone and into the hands of the goalkeeper from Donegal. No, the goalkeeper from Dublin, sorry. St. Maur's. Good kick out. And good battling by Hayes to win the ball for DCU. So the game, this goes one way and then the other. Good start by DCU. Then Ulster University did a really good spell. DCU came back into it, and now it's Ulster University. So it bodes well for a good, exciting second half as well. It's certainly not one-sided. 1-4 plays 1-3. This is McInerney, who scored a point. Oh, it's broken down again. Higgins has it. DCU have it back. Laura Connolly. She tries to caress that ball into Walsh, but doesn't get there, and it's well read by the goalkeeper Kelly. But it's intercepted by Orla Byrne. This is a danger. The keeper needs to get back in, and she does just in time and bats that one down for Grace Hanratty. But DCU pressing as vibrantly as they possibly can, and they manage to keep possession. Rushy McHugh from St Farnans in West Sligo, and that one is going to be cleared, but it's only going to go out over the line. Is it? No, yes it is. It's over the line. So a little bit of pressure from DCU, who trail by a point. Short from McInerney to Grimes. That's Cavan to Carrickmacross. Neighbouring counties. Healy now, who's back in the play. She was, or no, it was the other 5, was it? Was it the other 5 was put off? Oh yeah, it was. No, it wasn't. I'm confused now, I can't remember. One of the players was yellow carded. I think, no, it was University, it was Healy. So she's back on. So the sin bin period has gone by, and Dara Healy, number 5 for Coleraine, is back out there. So 15 against 15 again. Didn't really affect the game, 15-14, because Ulster University had a really good spell. Not on the scoreboard anyway. Laura Connolly from Blaney in Monaghan, and strides through effortlessly. She's going to get a score though. She's looking for a little bit of support, and it arrives now. Look at the defending, is very tight, but that's gone high and beautifully, accurately over the bar from Clodagh O'Connor. All the way from Letterkenny for Coleraine, or rather for DCU against Coleraine, and it levels it. Really good score, good pressure, creating a little bit of space for the score, and they drag the Ulster University defence around the place. That's Higgins going short. That's a good idea. Haven't seen too many shorts, and it's so important in getting possession in the modern game. But Higgins there showed a bit of initiative, the captain, and here she is again. And that possession means that her team has got up to halfway. They're working it through the hands rather nicely, or they were. One back by McInerney, who's been very hard working for DCU. Connolly to Grimes. The Monaghan girls combining nicely for DCU, and they go on the attack. O'Connor just goes over to the left and takes the defence away a little bit and leaves the middle open, and this was the shooter a minute ago. O'Connor tries to play it back in, or rather that was Boyd trying to play it back in, but didn't quite stick, and Coleraine get it again. This is Healy. Now the kick pass, and that's a good one down into the corner, looking for Liam Moran, and Moran comes out and meets it. She has support from Kerwin, and that is worked into Donaghy. Will it get there? It's a little bit too congested. It was a little bit too ambitious, although the move was excellent before that, and now Donaghy has battled to win it back, and Kerwin is there, but instead she slips it to Moran. Moran from Galway, Donaghy from Tyrone, and she tries to put a nice ball in there, but again, just a little bit too many players in there for that to come off, but good ambition. Let's see the number 3 for Ulster University, Sinead O'Neill, striding back into defence. She went up and helped out in the forwards there, but it's gone all the way back now, but she had plenty of cover. Donaghy again on her left foot. She's been using her right very effectively, but the left ain't bad either. Higgins again, the captain. Scores level. Who's going to take the lead coming up to half time? Hanratty to Healy again, and the burst through is by Niamh Bonner from Terman, and that's a decent effort. Oh, it could spill. It does spill, but the goalkeeper recovers. Flynn. And DCU with a chance to get up the field. Amy Clark, another of the Monaghan girls. Monaghan and Donegal probably the most represented, well, maybe Dublin as well, on both teams. A tough challenge going in there, which was illegal, and the referee didn't like that. Be a tick for that one. So Donegal, yeah, I make it the Coleraine goalkeeper, Mia Kelly. Caelan Daly, the number 4, that's 2. Niamh Bonner from Terman at 6. Shauna Higgins from Letterkenny is at 8, so that's 4 for them. And Carndonna, Aoife McCarran, although I'm not sure she's started the game. Urris is the home of Kiva Doherty, number 11, so what's that, 5, 6 on the Coleraine team from Donegal. This is Clodagh O'Connor coming through along the end line, and that's just going to be spilled out for a 45. DCU just gone through their team again, scanning it quickly. Yeah, they're number 14, as you saw there, Clodagh O'Connor. She's from Letterkenny, so it's another from there. The Monaghan girls, well, you have for Coleraine, do they have any? Yeah, they've Grace Hanratty from Blaney, Sarah Dugan, number 12 from Trua. So that's 2 for them. And DCU have quite a few. Amy Clark, 2 from Maracloon. And they have Laura Connolly, 9 from Castle Blaney. Laura Grimes, 11 from Carrick Macross, all from Monaghan. This is Byrne from Clonee in Wexford. Just trying to force Ulster University Coleraine back a little bit, turning and twisting. They brought them over to the right. Now they move the ball to the left, but the blue jerseys just filter over to try and stop, or at least try to prevent a shot on goal. But McInane has already scored a point, and Boyd has certainly scored a few, but that's going to go to the left. Is it going to stay in? No, it's gone out. It remains 1-4 to 1-4, level scores, and we are coming up to half time. Not far from the break, but it's been a very enjoyable afternoon so far in the sunshine here at Queen's University. Here are the hosts of the 2025 AIG Ireland O'Connor Cup Finals weekend, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. DCU looking to take the lead coming up to half time. Gaffney involved, but it's broken down, or rather it's been well intercepted, and then the kick pass, well, they're moving the ball quickly because DCU have committed a lot of players forward, and they've got it to the right player. They've got it to Donaghy, but she's been well held up by Aoibhinn O'Connor, the captain of DCU. Now she gets past, but there's more company there, and that's good defending. Both defences have done really well here, made it very difficult for the forwards. So we've 2 goals and 8 points scored so far. We might get another one here because there's a player over the top, and there's a chance a goalkeeper has come out, but Leah Moran is in there, and it's gone across the goals. No score. Looked like there was a goal on her, at least a point there for Coleraine, but didn't materialise. It's end-to-end football, though, to use a well-worn cliche. McInane now for DCU. Will they get a score right at the end? I don't think there'll be too much added time played by the referee, Sinead McHugh. Laura Grimes for DCU coming up, as I say, to the end of the first half. We might have to just end level the way things are going, I think. Sun just coming in and out a little bit there, as you see. The ball played down into the corner, but there is a half-time whistle, and it's 1-4 to 1-4. A very interesting and lively first half. I hope you have enjoyed the coverage. Just finishing off before we take a break with a few messages. One has come in on the live chat from Dermot Higgins. Best of luck to Shauna Higgins and the team from her dad, tuning in from Boston. Really? You're right in the States? Good man. And Dara Redmond watching from Letterfrack. Come on, Ulster University. So support there all the way from Galway for the girls from Coleraine. So that's it from the first half. We'll be back when the players come out for the second half. Sinead McHugh throws the ball in for the second half. DCU in yellow, playing from right to left as you are watching, with the scores level at half-time in the 2025 AIG Ireland HEC Cup Final. And a good run forward by Niamh English from Adamstown in Wexford, here in Belfast with her Dublin College. And that is Sarah Boyd, 13 from Roscommon. Ulster University Coleraine in the blue. And the ball spread over here to this side to McInerney, who scored a good point in the first half for DCU. Now Byrne, who's always busy trying to make a little bit of room. This is Clodagh O'Connor back to McInerney again. So an entertaining first half, but all to play for in the second. The cup right in front of me, and it will be presented at the end by Daniel Caldwell, the chairperson of Ladies Higher Education, HEC. This is lovely, Rebecca Lovely from Kappa in Kildare, and I suppose it was lovely, but I didn't mean it like that, but it's a lovely move if it finishes in a score. This is Connolly, number 9. The play spread again to McInerney, who's always available in the middle. Tough challenge coming in. Byrne again, and she goes for her own score. She hasn't scored yet. Make that a point for her and a point for DCU at the start of the second half, and that did end up being a lovely score at the end of a very nice move for them, and they lead by 1. Good bright start to the second half for the Dublin College, Dublin City University. The kick out by Mia Kelly, but only goes straight to Ava Hayes, and the Lurgan Cavan girl is fouled right away as she released the ball. Might have preferred to get on with that attack, but brought back, and she spreads the ball over to the right hand side. They try an attack down that side, DCU. There's a good start to the second half. If they can get another score here, that's lovely play. And it's Walsh who got the first score of the game, and it's broken and deflected, and Ulster University Coleraine managed to get possession. Now they will try to break, but Byrne is just marking the space there and forcing them to go back. I'm just looking to my right off camera, and I'm seeing 2 DCU players back in defence, marking nobody. They're just marking the space, so that's the +1s they call it. So 2 of those, so they're very conscious of their defence. Shauna Higgins now from St Eunan's and Letterkenny, though their captain of Coleraine, gives it back to Hanratty, and she spreads the play to Trainer from Killeavy in Armagh, down near the border. And this is a number 27 with a dangerous looking kick. I thought it might drop in. That was Kerwin. It might drop into the far corner, but didn't. But still, Coleraine go looking for a score to level or maybe better. And is that dropped into the net? Let's see what colour the flag is. It is a green flag, and it's a goal at the start of the second half for Ulster University Coleraine. Don't know if she meant it, but they will take it. A great start to the second half, or a great response to the DCU start, and that is 2-4 to 1-5. Coleraine go in front. They go up for it, and on the break it's DCU. That's really well read by Ava Hughes. Gives it into O'Connor, and O'Connor has got past Roisin McHugh. She's looking for a bit of support. She's clearly right-footed, wants to get on that foot, but the defenders know that, and they have ushered her out to the left and forced the ball to come back out. And that ball from Grimes, almost kept in, not quite though, and it's going to be a DCU ball. No, it's an Ulster University Coleraine ball, sorry. Feel free to leave me a message on the live chat there on the YouTube channel. Lots of devices in watching this game, and we hope to have more later. We'll be streaming the game at 2 o'clock. That is the AIG Ireland Lagan Cup Final, so it's on after this one. And then at 6 o'clock we will be live streaming the AIG Moynihan Cup Final. So 3 live streams today, all right here on the Ladies Football YouTube channel. You'll see all the links on social media. That's Kerwin again for Ulster University as they go looking for another score. DCU looked like they might get 2 points in a row. They didn't. They got 1, and Ulster University have hit back with a goal and maybe even another one. I think that's gone into the net as well, and it has. 2 goals in a row at the start of the second half for Ulster University Coleraine, and they are hammer blows for DCU. And I think, to be fair, the sun having a big impact there in the goalkeeper's eyes, making it very difficult to judge, and 2 rather fortunate goals for Coleraine, but they will take them. They lead 3-4 to 1-5 now. And that is a gap of 5 points. All of a sudden it seems, but DCU are more than capable of closing that gap. They've Sarah Boyd now. And she slips it to Laura Connolly. And they will think they need to go for goal now as well. McEnena though is blocked down, but might still get a goal, and they do. They hit back immediately, and it's Walsh again. She got the first goal of the game, and she's got another one for DCU. This game has really come to life in the second half. 5 goals so far, 3 in the last 3 or 4 minutes. It's a terrific game in the AIG Ireland HEC Cup Final. High one. Who's on the break? It's all about the break. And it's all about Laura Connolly, who did really well and then slips it to Niamh English for DCU. They are really coming back at Ulster University Coleraine after those 2 goals. Ulster University, as you see, have lots of players back there. But DCU found a way through. They're looking for another way through, so they go from this right to left. Hayes, the shooter, is Boyd, and that is going over. You heard the cheer before it went over. A valiant attempt to try and block it, but it's gone over, and that's a great response. This game has gone to another level in the second half. It's now 2-6 to 3-4. That is 13-12. DCU just needed to up it there, and they did. I think we're going to have a change, a substitution now for Ulster University Coleraine. And 13, Liam Moran is going off, and it looks like they're sending their number 7, Eve Keneally, up into the forwards. So a tactical switch there, and another change for Ulster University Coleraine is at number 12, Sarah Dugan, is going off. I haven't actually seen who's come on, but I'll pick that up for you as we go on with the play. Kick out is beautifully palm down for Coleraine, or is it? Who's going to win this scrap for possession? Yeah, the goalkeeper or the referee is going to have to hop that one. 17 is in there, as you see, for Ulster University. Maybe that was the player who was sent into the forwards. It was, so it wasn't 7. Keneally, I was wondering. It was 17. That's Jessica Falls from Lisson and County Derry, near the border with Tyrone, where Cookstown is, over at the Lochshore direction. That's well taken by Nicole Donaghy, another girl from that part of the world, from Edendork, not too far away. So that's Falls, number 17, on for Coleraine. And is that another sub I see way over on that far side by the scoreboard that I see it? No, that's 27. That's Kerwin, who's been on since the start of the game. His son has gone over to the right as the game has progressed, so it's now right directly in our eyes, and some of the players having to put their hands up to shield. This is Donaghy again for Coleraine to Dugan. I thought Dugan had gone off actually, but clearly she hasn't. This is Higgins. Her team leads by a point. Donaghy again, going through on her own. She's been given advantage, and now it will be brought back. Referee indicating a tug on the jersey. So a good response by Coleraine. This game has just gone one way and then the other throughout the whole game, which makes it very interesting. On the live chat, Doreen Gribben sent a message. Thank you, Doreen. She says, best of luck to my niece Amy Clark for DCU watching in Waterford. So that's support from Waterford for the DCU number 2, Amy Clark, who's from the Mahara Clune Club in Monaghan. Someone else is asking what's the pitch like. Well, it's terrific. We're up on the hill here on the top pitch at the Queen's University complex at the Dub, and we will be moving down to a lower pitch for the next stream at 2 o'clock, and then into the arena for the game at 6 o'clock. But yeah, all the pitches here at Queen's University are terrific. But sandy around the goals I was looking at earlier on, and I'm sure you can see in the shots, but that's pretty much to be expected. Excuse me while I sneeze. And there's a good interception at the back for DCU to repel that attack, and a good ball played out. And another sneeze. Ball played low into Boyd for DCU. They trail by just a point. They were 5 down just a few minutes ago, and then this girl got a goal. It's the Roscommon connection, and it's the Rosie's again to the fore. Boyd from Shannon Gales and Roscommon, Walsh from Oran, and between them they have levelled the scores 3-4 to 2-7. 13 plays 13, and that's a really good fight back by DCU to level it after those 2 goals in about a minute or two. Seemed to rock them back, but they've shown good character to respond to that. That's Hanratty on the ball now. Bit of luck coming through, or best of luck coming through to Marino Institute in the Donaghy Cup semi-final. And that ball transferred quickly, but Sinead O'Neill is there, and she gets a free for Ulster University. Sinead O'Neill from Camla in South Armagh. This is Trainer, also from Armagh, from Killeavy. And over on this far side, if they can get the ball over, Sarah Dugan is in a lot of space. Now they see her, and now they try to get it to her, but is it going to do? It is. Dugan from the Trua Club, neighbouring club with Emmyvale in Monaghan, if you know that area. This is Dugan again. Donaghy chasing it, but it's been defended there by Amy Clark, and Amy does well to get that possession, and she was always going to get her free. Hayes, they're just playing it through the hands here to Rebecca Lovely from Kappa and Kildare. Oh, that's well taken though, and Ulster University Coleraine might capitalise here on the break, because Higgins has done well as always. Gets it to Kerwin, and this is Donaghy. If she can get on her right foot, this should be a score. Well, she can kick it with her left as well, but it's gone to the left and it's gone wide. Remains a draw game. Doreen has been back on to tell me that she's messaging for her sister, also watching in Ennis in County Clare, supporting Amy Clark and the team. Thanks for that. Good to know the connections, Waterford and Clare. People watching all over the country and hopefully enjoying the live stream production, and it's been made available thanks to the sponsorship by AIG Ireland and the Ladies HEC Committee, chaired by Daniel Caldwell, to put all these games on the YouTube platform for you to watch. 3 live streams today, 3 tomorrow, 2 on Saturday, and then the final of the O'Connor Cup will be on TG Cahir. And that one nicely blocked down, and the ball belted clear for DCU by their goalkeeper Flynn, but it's gone over to the right, as you can see by the scoreboard. Didn't give you the subs, by the way. They all deserve a shout, so we'll try and give you them as we go on. For Coleraine, well, there's not that many that haven't started yet. They might get on, but if they don't, 20 is Sorka Doherty from Buncrana, 21 Hannah Pilo Whelan from Galtier in Waterford, 22 is Mairead McDermott from Limavady Wolfhounds, and they go looking for a score with Higgins from St Eunan's in Letterkenny. And there's a Letterkenny Gales girl on the other team at number 14. This is McInerney coming forward, or rather Bonner coming forward, another Donegal girl, but DCU have it back and just kicks soccer style in a race for possession. Determined play there by Grimes to do really well to win that. She'd no right to win that, but she won it and got her free. Gives me a chance here with this little hold up to give you some of the DCU subs, to give them a mention. 17 Ashley Maguire from Owen Rue and Sligo. We were up there last week. Owen Rue is an amalgamation of 3 clubs up there, Aiski and Castle Connor, 2 of them. 18 Ruby Sheeran from Manowar in Dublin. 19 is Lacey Jane Shannon from Annacurra in Wicklow. And let me just follow this, because it could be a score here, and it's Sarah Boyd looking for the lead, but it goes to the right and wide under serious pressure. So 20 for DCU is Kate Murphy from Eadstown in Kildare. 21 is Caroline Brady from Carberry, also in Kildare. 22 is Cuevas Fitzsimmons from Maracloon in Monaghan, another from Maracloon. So they've Amy Clark at 2 and Fitzsimmons at 22 from that club. 23 is Ellie Highland from Westport in Mayo. 24 Michelle Rogers from St Dominic's in Roscommon, and I know there's another player from that club involved in one of the other finals today. Here comes DCU again with Gaffney. That's a dangerous looking kick, and I thought it was going to drop into the net. It didn't, but it's a good point, and it's a really good response now from DCU, because they've turned around a 5-point deficit now to lead by 1. Finishing off those subs then, 25 for DCU is Lily Mae Craig, another dub. 27, Cleona Ryan from St Oliver Plunkett's. Yes, another dub as they go looking for another score, and this looks like Walsh again. She's been involved in a lot of their big moments. And Laura Grimes getting it back to McEnena, to Hayes. DCU looking to get a 2-point lead. This is O'Connor. If she is going to do it all herself, it opens up for her, but the kick sliced over to the right, could be anybody's. DCU managed to get it, and their centre half forward Grimes puts it up in the air but to the right and wide. So we'll finish those subs. 28 for DCU, Aisling Ryan from Shannon Gales and Roscommon, same club as Sarah Boyd, the 13. 29 is Molly McGrory from Four Masters in Donegal. 30, Caitlin Commons from Moy Davidson Mayo. 31, Kate Elliott from Coleraine and Sligo. And a 39, Mia Doherty from Lakeslip. That's all from the event programme. So 3-4 plays 2-8, and it's DCU in the lead with that 2-8. That attack though has broken down. McEnena wins it back. Grimes always available, but they bypass her and get it to Byrne. Byrne deserves another score of her own. She always takes on defenders, and she's drawn that free, and that will surely be another point for DCU, and that I think will make that they'll have scored, what is it, about 1-4 without reply in the last 10 minutes or so. Just check it again on the YouTube live chat to see you're all okay, and you seem to be. Hello from Maynooth and County Kildare. Know it well. From Eva Lovely, who is the mum of Rebecca, who is playing at number 7 for DCU. Thanks for that message, Eva. I hope you're enjoying the coverage and enjoying the way DCU are playing at the minute. They're going well. This should be just a formality, and is. Another mum watching is Olive Wallace. Her daughter is Nina, who was listed at 15 for DCU from Clare Morris and hasn't got involved yet, but might be. As I see, actually there has been a substitution made, and it is actually. That's great timing. So Nina Wallace has just come into the play. Didn't mean that, but that's been perfect because she's come on, and number 9 Laura Connolly is going off. So Nina Wallace into the play, and her mum Olive was on to me, and she's glad of the coverage because she can't make it. She's another daughter, Amy, playing for Mount St Michael's Senior B All-Ireland semi-final in Ballinasloe, and she hasn't got the helicopter yet. I could do a one when, or borrowing it when you get it. Olive, thank you for that message. I hope you're tuning in and being able to watch one of your daughters live and the other on a live stream. This is Roisin McHugh to trainer, and Coleraine, after getting those 2 goals, they haven't scored since. Higgins needs to get them going again, but that is a loose ball that's been snapped up for DCU, who really have their tails up now. That's Hayes who gets it to Gaffney, the vice captain of the team, and she's still in possession from Milltown Pass in Westmeath. Grimes always available. She's from Carrick Macross in Monaghan. That one breaks down, and it's been stolen away by Trainer from Killevy. One team has it for a little while, then the other snatches it back, but Coleraine will need to get a few scores on the board, never mind getting possession. They've only scored 7 times. 3 goals in that time though. DCU win it back, and they're just on top at the moment on the scoreboard and in general play. Gaffney gets it to Wallace, who's just come into the play, the Mayo girl, and this is Grimes, as I say, from Carrick as it's known locally, Carrick Macross, to the rest of us in County Monaghan. And she's done well to feed it out to Walsh. A little 1-2 with Grimes, and they just are being forced out to the fringes. But then the run comes in from Rebecca Lovely, and they are forced back now. So Ulster University Coleraine defending quite well, but they need to get up the field and force this game a little bit. I wonder, will they make another change or two, because things are not going their way. Advantage played by the referee, and she is going to bring it back. Good advantage played. She waited to see if anything came of it, and it didn't. Another message coming in from Constance Boyd, shouting on Sarah Boyd from Roscommon. Come on DCU. Thank you for that. Sarah Boyd, the number 13 for DCU. She's been taking the frees. She's from the Shannon Gales Club in Roscommon. In fact, this is her over the ball right now. This one's for Constance, is it? If it goes over. And it does. Really nice score for DCU. They are in the ascendancy, leading 2-10 now to 3-4. So they've scored 6 more points, which tells its own story. So 16 plays 13. 3-point lead now for the girls in yellow. And DCU looking for 3 in a row in this competition, because they won it in 2023 and 2024. Competition's only been going 4 years, and they've won 2 out of 3 and looking to make it 3 out of 4. But Ulster University, Coleraine certainly are capable of scoring goals. They're trying to work their way through, use the hands here, but it's not getting anywhere. Dealey, and she goes over the line. Well, she nearly came in and joined me in the commentary there, or actually nearly bumped into the cup on the plinth in front of us. This right in front of me now is Claire Gaffney, the vice captain. Plays it across the middle to her fullback, Aoibhinn O'Connor, and her captain from Castleknock in Dublin. Ava Hayes now. Cavan de Monaghan, because this is Laura Grimes, and she has Byrne available. Instead, goes back to Gaffney. DCU just popping in the ball around quite confidently. Now they don't need to force it, but they're keeping possession, and they'll be very happy with that. Now a run towards goal to try and infiltrate that defence, and it's Walsh again. That needs to be watched, and it goes right over the bar. Beautiful score, and that's a 4-point lead now. 2-11 plays 3-4. 17 plays 13. So I make it, is that a 9-point turnaround? It is, because after the 2 goals they were 5 down. 9-point turnaround by DCU, and only 1 goal in that, so a lot of points in that. And it means that Ulster University Coleraine haven't scored since the 2nd goal. And this is where it keeps breaking down around this area. They're trying to move it through the hands, but DCU working so hard, and they've marked up, as you can see. Higgins looks up and she's nowhere to go with this, tries to carry it instead, but that's a good ball across. She's stretching the defence, and that's a good breakthrough by Trainer now for Ulster University Coleraine. She's been followed by Hayes all the way, and it breaks, and it's been won back, but there was a free, actually it's a free out for DCU. Well, sometimes everything goes for you in a game for a while. It's called a purple patch, and that's exactly what is happening right now for DCU. Byrne striding purposely down the left hand side here, up in the top pitch at the Queen's University Dub playing fields. The first game of the 2025 O'Connor Cup Final, sponsored by AIG Ireland, and that shot has gone to the right, and DCU have missed one, but they lead 2-11, 17 to 3-4. That's 13, so a 4-point lead. You can't rule out Ulster University yet, but at the minute they can't seem to even get an attempt at a score. This is one of their subs, number 20, Sorka Doherty from Buncrana. And there's also later on Caitlin Rose Doherty from the Buncrana club. She'll be playing in the Monaghan final at 6 o'clock, which we will also be live streaming. That will be down in the arena. So clubs from all over the country represented, and in different games as well. Ulster University break down again, and Walsh is there, and she plays it really quickly, and that's the sort of ball that you want. And then Boyd looks for the ball to Donaghy, or rather to Clodagh O'Connor, and O'Connor tries to keep it in but doesn't. You saw what they were trying to do. They got the turnover, and they try to move it as quickly as possible, but didn't quite work. Mia Kelly goes short. That's a good idea. Gets it to Hanratty. Get possession, but as I said before, they're struggling in this area, and they're struggling again because that's easily intercepted by Amy Clark. Amy Clark from Mara Clune, and here she goes again looking for her own score. Oh, she's so unlucky there not to get a score. And I know that would have been cheered all over the country, because as we've heard in the live chat, there's lots of support from her relatives in Clare and Waterford. She got forward there, good interception, and deserved the score, but That's 2 left behind by DCU in the last few minutes, but they still have a decent lead here. Doherty from Buncrana in Donegal tries to slip it to Healy from Douglas in Cork, and it's a free again for DCU. As I said, everything just seems to be going their way at the minute, and Coleraine can't get a break, but it can change. Byrne just belts it over to the far side, says we're going to take a breather here, you can try down that side. Lovely plays it into the corner, and this is Walsh. She started it all with the first goal of the game. Boyd has carried it on and tries to filter it through, doesn't quite get there, and it's been well intercepted for Coleraine, and they get it to Traynor. This is good through the hands, this is really slick, but there's still DCU players waiting to hold them up, and Dugan is forced to go back. DCU working extremely hard. I can see 3 defenders back, not even marking players, and they're already back in their 20-metre line, so they're well covered, and they might even be thinking at this point, if they can prevent goals, they will win this, because Coleraine have only scored the 4 points in the entire game, just 1 point more than goals that they've scored. Bonner carrying the charge from the famous Terman club in North Donegal. This is Hanratty from Castleblaney Falls. Now it's they who can't find a way through. They're going to have to start picking off points, but it's easier said than done. They have to get into that scoring zone. Traynor from Killeavy goes for it under a lot of pressure. This could go anywhere, and it's gone wide, and it's gone to safety from a DCU point of view. They have survived that one, and it's Coleraine really struggling just to get a score on the boards. And we are in the last 3 minutes and a bit of normal time. They really needed that one, but they have not been able to score since that 2-goal salvo early in the second half. DCU have done so well in that time. They've really dug in. But this is Nicole Donaghy digging in for Ulster University Coleraine, and gives it to Higgins. Is there a late charge? Well, the referee is blowing. And what's this for? I'm not quite sure. All the players are looking to see what the problem is, and she's calling a player over, so something happened there. Must have been something off the ball, or after a challenge, something like that, or maybe something was said, I don't know. But Sinead McHugh has her book out, and it's a Coleraine player that she's going to speak to. I think it's Donaghy, and whatever happened there, this looks like a stern lecture and possibly a yellow card, if I've got my body language correct. And indeed, a lot of oh, it's a red. It's a red card as well for Nicole Donaghy from Edendork for Ulster University Coleraine, and I'd say that is going to be a hammer blow to their chances, because they needed something special at the end, and Donaghy would be the kind of player who would provide that. But it's all unravelled for Ulster University Coleraine. Down to 14, not long left, and they trail by 4. McHugh will throw this up between the 2 number 8s. Tap down by Claire Gaffney to McInerney, and DCU very confident at the minute, and that's going to be a free for them as well. And you have to feel for Coleraine. They were right in the game, had a 5-point lead, remember. But DCU firmly in control as we hit the closing stages of this game. And there's 30 seconds left, I'm hearing, on a yellow card. Has there been a yellow card that I've missed maybe a while ago? I can't remember now. There's been so much happening in this game. So just to remind you, we will be going off at the end of this game. We won't be staying on for the presentation, because we have to get down to another pitch for another live stream at 2 o'clock. And that is the AIG HEC Cup Final. So it's coming up at 2 o'clock, also on this YouTube channel. That's TUS Midwest, captained by Ciara Butler from Kerry, the goalkeeper, and UL, who are managed by Mary Kate Lynch from Meath, double All-Ireland senior winner with Meath. So that one coming up at 2 o'clock, and that's the AIG Ireland Lagan Cup. And then at 6 o'clock we'll have the AIG Moynihan Cup Final from the Dub Arena. But this one is going the way of DCU. A player up and 4 points up with not long left. Byrne, she's worked so hard all day long, and still working hard for her team. And DCU, so prevalent in these competitions. So many players involved, which is terrific to see. And actually later on, when they're in the Moynihan Cup Final, it'll be the first time that they've appeared in that particular final. But this one is very familiar ground to them, the HEC Cup, which was only brought in 2022, and it's been played for 3 years before this, and they've won 2 of them. A sign of the expanding numbers for the HEC competitions. 2,200 players have had to bring in new competitions. And the HEC, the latest one I think, brought in 2022 for the girls at this level. But as you've seen in the last hour or so, they've put on a really entertaining game for us. It's been terrific to watch. I hope you have enjoyed the coverage. This is Sinead O'Neill all the way forward for Ulster University Coleraine. All hands to the pump when the fullback is right up there, trying to force things for her team, trying to save this. They're only 4 points down, you know. If they could get a wee goal here, it could be really interesting. And they get it into Higgins, their captain. Crowded out though. And I think that's Grimes working really hard for her team, the number 11. She's had a terrific game for her team. And booted across field now by Sarah Dugan. And 13 of the 15, well actually 12 out of 14, I forgot there was one red carded from Ulster University Coleraine up in the attack. But they've lost it, and DCU have possession, and they could capitalise here. And Byrne available again, and off she goes. What a tricky player she is to mark, and what pace she has, even right at the end of the game. There's options here. They could finish it here because Clodagh O'Connor is there. It's been set up for her beautifully, and now set up for Boyd. Oh, it's gone to the left and wide. That would have been the icing on the cake. It is a 45, but they didn't really need it. I don't think so. But they have it at the right end of the pitch for them. So I'm just checking again on your live stream, live chat messages. Mary Mahoney says good luck, Rushing and team. Coleraine, and Olive Wallace is on. Hi Olive, we did give you a mention. Frank Donnelly wishing his granddaughter Nina Wallace the best of luck from Claire Morris. Well, yeah, she's come on in the last 5 or 6 minutes, and I think she's going to get a winner's medal. Here she is on the ball now. And Nina just slips it out. They don't need to force it. Coleraine need to win the ball back, but that's easier said than done. They've been chasing shadows the last 20 minutes or so, and it's become more difficult now after the red card. But they have it. Trainer. Oh, and it slips though. And the referee gives really good advantage and lets Laura Grimes go on with it. Then they could finish the job here because O'Connor's there, but that's good defending by Kaylin Deely from St Knowles and Donegal for her team. And there is the final whistle, and DCU have won 3 in a row. They won it in 23 against Ulster University. They won it last year, and they've won it again here. The AIG Ireland HEC Cup Final won by DCU, and they have won the first cup of the O'Connor Cup Finals weekend here at Queensland. They've won it emphatically with a great comeback. They were 5 points down early in the second half when Ulster University Coleraine got a couple of quick goals, but they dominated since there, didn't concede another score, and have run out winners by 2-11. That's 17-13. So a 9-point turnaround for DCU, and they've a lot of heroes out there. Their captain is Avian O'Connor from Castleknock in Dublin, and she will lift the cup in the next few minutes. Other heroes for them, the likes of Claire Gaffney, well, all over the field really. Niamh Walsh from Roscommon started it all off with a fine goal, and another Roscommon girl, Sarah Boyd, was very prevalent as well. Laura Grimes, excellent at number 11. Tara McEnany from Drumlane and Cavan was superb at number 6, but as I say, they all deserve a mention today. So well done to DCU. They are the winners of the first cup. We are going to leave the stream now. I know there's a presentation, but I'm sure it will be on social media. We need to get down to another pitch to bring you another live stream at 2 o'clock. So join us for that one. But for now, from the first game here at the top pitch at Queen's, it's goodbye.